very beginning, the earth was filled with the glory of the Lord, and His glory was everywhere. All living things worked together in harmony, the harmony that comes from knowing that life is eternal and that every moment is a part of forever.
Glory was innocence.
Glory was trust.
Glory was joy.
This glory and splendor flooded everything with the shining light of openness.
For where there is glory, there is no fear
No suspicion.
and no guilt.
Because man and woman knew the glory, they stood straight and tall, comfortable with each other, with nature, and with their God.
There was no need for status or competition. It was only the deep awareness of the infinite value of each living creature.
Work was a joy. Union with each other was a celebration. And encounter with God's holiness was as natural and as beautiful as the sight of the first rays of a new dawn.
The Lord of glory was not the only presence there. The Prince of Darkness lurked there too, and he could not bear the glory. God's purity had longed for communion, but evil wanted company in his cynicism and guile. So true to his deceptive nature, he used man's very innocence and a twisted half-truth to lure him into selling wisdom for knowledge, forfeiting fulfillment for indulgence, and trading contentment for cheap thrills.
So man and woman broke away from the embrace of love, and the glory departed. Life lost its joy. Work became a chore. Parenting came to know pain. There was no song, and the days passed without a dream.
Before the song started, the world, broken-hearted, was dreamlessly passing the long empty day.
They began to wander in search of that something that had become only a dim memory, a fading shadow in the corridors of their minds.
Yet although they had lost the glory, the hungry vacuum that remained in its place would not let them go. There was a deep knowing there must be more.
They called to God for answers, and God answered with a promise. One day, the glory would return.
But God needed a people who would obey him, who would trust in him alone. A people who would keep the memory of his promise alive and would not be tricked again by the voices who called themselves gods and promised easy answers.
God needed a courageous people who would dare to stand alone when others did not believe. He needed a people who were willing, by their discipline and obedience, to save the frame that would one day hold the promised glory.